And this is going to be a very quick tutorial showing you the difference between vibrance and saturation in Photoshop CS4. Now in Photoshop CS4, Adobe introduced a new vibrance adjustment, which I will admit is very similar to the saturation adjustment, except it takes note of skin tones and protects them. Let me show you an example. Now there's two ways to access the new vibrance adjustment. We can either go to Image Adjustments and then click on Vibrance, but the problem is this applies it directly on top of the image. So if we go ahead and make an adjustment, it's pretty much permanently there. So let's undo that, and we're going to head over to our panels over here and click on the Adjustments panel. We're going to add a Vibrance adjustment layer. So we're going to click on this right here, and you'll notice it appears as a new layer. So we can go ahead and adjust it or delete it later on. So here we go, vibrance and saturation. We're going to start with saturation. So I'm going to go ahead and crank saturation all the way up, and you'll notice it's making the colors a lot more vibrant, which is what saturation's supposed to do. The higher the saturation, the more vibrant the colors are. The lower the saturation, the less colors there are in the image, basically turning it black and white. But if you notice, if you look at my girlfriend's skin, it's incredibly yellow. It's disgusting. It looks like she's been really badly sunburned. Well, we don't want that. We want to increase the vibrancy of the other colors, not the skin tones. Let's go ahead and turn saturation back down to 0, and this time we're going to adjust the vibrance just like we did in saturation. So we're going to grab the vibrance slider and crank it all the way up. And you'll notice the colors like the blues and the purple in the woman's bikini in the background are becoming more vibrant, while the skin tones in the image are staying pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and bring the layers palette back up, and we're going to hide the vibrance layer. And you'll notice it does exactly that. It makes the blues and the purples a lot more vibrant, leaving the skin tones pretty much the same as they were. Now it does affect them a little bit because it affects the yellows just a tiny little bit, but it really does a good job at protecting those skin tones and making everything else a lot more vibrant. So that is the difference between saturation and vibrance in Photoshop CS4. Now Photoshop CS3 does not have the vibrance adjustment, it's only in Photoshop CS4.